back in early January, I reported a major story on how the US government had purchased and was testing a device that could direct energy, which was one of the possibilities of what's behind Havana Syndrome. Can you explain more about how it's tested, who it was tested on, and where it came from that this purchase even happened?
So this was acquired by the Department of Homeland Security using funds provided by the Department of Defense. The entire mission, the price tag was about $20 million. And the device was acquired by a criminal Russian network, which is sort of a euphemism, as we're given to understand, for an organization that is not necessarily, doesn't necessarily specialize in arms dealing. So the implication I take from that is that these were operatives of the Russian special services who were doing some kind of side action. The device itself was new or off the shelf. So this specific device has not been linked to any known attacks related to Havana Syndrome against American personnel. It is portable. It uses pulse microwave energy, which is very important because the intelligence community's expert panel, which looked into plausible explanations for AHI, anomalous health incidents, which is another name for what we call Havana Syndrome, linked the known symptoms to pulse microwave radiation. The device is, I think I said, portable. It's concealable. It uses relatively limited power. So one of the important things, Sasha, to remember is a lot of skeptics of AHI said, well, if a technology like this even existed, hypothetically, the battery that it would require to power it up would be the size of a garbage truck. Not so. The battery in this case is relatively small.
And we even had Washington Post reporting from Warren Strobel and Ellen Nakashima
Yes.
about a Norwegian doctor who ended up building a device and injuring himself.
A classic case of FAFO, if ever I saw one. But the other thing to note about this device, it can penetrate drywall and window pane. I think the distance is several hundred feet or meters. And yeah, basically everything that was hypothesized about what kind of weapon could be used to inflict this kind of harm on American service people abroad, and by operatives who could simply get away with it, right? Not get caught. This device seems to tick those boxes.